Hello everyone, if you're new here, my name is Carrie Walker. I make videos about journaling and I'm actually starting to make videos about faith now. This is my very first full faith video, so I am very excited, but I'm also a little bit nervous just because I haven't done it before, so I am a little in my head about like doing it right and saying the right things. I had someone that commented the other day though that said we are chosen, not qualified, and that really resonated with me, and I'm just trying to remind myself that I don't need to be at this like perfect place in my faith journey to start sharing it with you all. And today I wanted to start my prayer journal. As I've increased my faith over the past couple years, I feel like I finally found a really good footing. Still have lots to learn, but I'm wanting to be more intentional about my faith and incorporating it in my life, and I feel like having a prayer journal is just a really good way of going about that. I have always been a little shy about sharing my faith just because, one, it's something that is newer to me, and maybe I'll share my testimony in like another video, I don't know. That will be further down the road. But two, I just feel like it's something that's always been very personal to me, and to open up that door to a bunch of different people is just a little scary. It definitely is an individual relationship that you have with God, but I also want to not keep that to myself. I don't want to just like hide that away. I want that to be infused throughout my life, and my channel here on YouTube is a huge part of my life, and I feel like there is something really beautiful about merging my two passions, my faith and journaling, and being able to glorify God in that way. This is like really scary, I feel like, to be talking online about this in this way, because I've sprinkled my faith a little bit in through my videos, but this is again like the first time I've like really sat down and had a whole video about it, so bear with me. Definitely is gonna take some getting used to. I also wanted to share a quick story that just happened yesterday that was very inspiring and encouraging to me. It kind of is what gave me like the gusto to finally sit down and film this video. When I was at the gym yesterday, I forgot my headphones and I was so frustrated. I was really wanting to listen to music while I was on the Stairmaster. I recently got into going on the Stairmaster, you guys, and whew, it's a good workout for sure, but doing it without music is just like, it is tough. I was like, this stinks that I have no music. So as I'm on there, this woman who works at the gym, I see her like in my peripheral vision, and she goes and sits like behind me on like a bench, and I'm like, you know, sweating, dying, like this is really hard, this is awful, but like feeling okay. And she sits behind me and she's on the phone. It sounds like she's talking to someone much younger than her just by the way that she's speaking, and she's like a middle-aged older woman. And then she starts praying, and she's just like praying aloud, like loud and proud on the phone, reminding this young person that she's talking to that you are beautiful and, you know, God loves you and all these things. And it was just so encouraging to hear her pray out loud in a public space with no shame, no shyness. Like, she is confident. I was like, wow, of all the days I forget my headphones, I was meant to be listening to that, because I am definitely shy when it comes to sharing my faith in certain circles of my life. It's very easy to talk about it in my Bible study and just like my Christian friends. However, like when it comes to friends that are not religious, or even my family, or here on YouTube as well, I shy away from it because I'm like, I don't ever want to push it on to people. I know that certain people have a bad perception of what Christianity is, especially because there are unfortunately a lot of bad representations of what following the Lord looks like. So seeing this lady praying aloud was just really encouraging, because I was like, I shouldn't be ashamed of my faith, and I shouldn't have to feel like I can't talk about it, and I should be able to incorporate it in my life. And praying aloud especially is something that I've definitely like been working on. I can pray in my head, but like when it comes to praying aloud, even at my Bible study, I like get really shy. I'm like, ooh, this is scary. So to hear her like not only praying aloud, but like doing it in a space that's like not filled with a bunch of believers, I was like, wow, that's just really admirable. I was so moved by that. So I went and I talked to her afterwards, and I was just like, told her all of these thoughts that I've just been saying now, and I was like, that was just so amazing. I really think the Lord meant for me to hear that, because I forgot my headphones today and it really moved me. And she was just the sweetest lady. She was apparently praying to her granddaughter. She says she does it every morning before her granddaughter goes off to school. She asked me my name. I of course said Carrie, and her name apparently is Rita, so shout out Rita. You're probably not watching this, nor will you probably ever watch this, who knows though. All of that being said, I definitely want to be incorporating faith into this channel more, but I want to do it in a way like Rita did to me yesterday. I want to be sharing it with you all. I don't want to be pushing it on to other people, but I just really want to share the goodness of God. He has really transformed my heart in a lot of of ways, in a lot of ways that I never thought would ever happen, or even in ways that I didn't even think I needed. I'm gonna do my best to start doing this thing, but I just want to say bear with me because I am still learning. I have a lot to learn, but I'm also excited and I do feel called to start talking about this. So I'm not gonna shy away from that, as scary as it can be. Let's go ahead and start this prayer journal. Also guys, I'm wearing this long skirt. It's so pretty. Let me show you. I got it from Hollister like a while ago and I'm finally wearing it and I just like love it. I really want to become a skirt girl because it is just so comfy, so cozy, and so cute. Especially as it's getting hotter out, I just feel like my legs can breathe, you know? I got my coffee, by the way, my yummy, delicious coffee. So here is the prayer journal. I've shown it already in my birthday vlog when I received it, and also my stationery haul video that I did, the second one, because I made 2 parts to that. And it says, "We love because he first loved us," 1 John 4:19. And it has little flowers all over it. It's really cute. The pages are definitely kind of thin in this journal, so I am a little worried about the bleed through. But also, I just love the journal a lot, so I'm like, you know what? It'll be fine if it bleeds through. Oh well. It's got this beautiful blue on the inside, and then on every single page it has a little Bible verse. There you go. So what's the first one? It says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not..." Oh my gosh, wait, this is the verse that I started my journal with. Wait, I'll show that in a second. But it says, "And lean not on your own understanding, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths." Proverbs 3:5-6. Where did I put my journal? Hold on. Okay guys, I know that's a very popular Bible verse, but there's also a lot of popular Bible verses, and of all the ones that it could have started with, look at that. That's the first page of my journal. Well, that was the first entry at least. The first page was this. That was the first page. That's just so cool. But anyway, so it has a Bible verse at the top of every page, as you can see. If I'm being honest, I haven't really even fully formed like what I want out of this prayer journal. I'm wanting to do it because I'm wanting to be more intentional about praying, and just like I've been saying this whole time, incorporating my faith throughout my life, and just like being more intentional about praying specifically, I feel like is very important. I feel like having a dedicated prayer journal can be really helpful in doing so, but at the same time, I'm a little unsure with how often I'm gonna use it. I haven't decided if I'm wanting it to be like a regular thing or if it's like just whenever I feel the need to. I don't really know, because I have my daily journal already, and I'm definitely the kind of person where I like to have one journal. I don't like to have a journal for every single different thing of my life. So I'm like, will I use a prayer journal consistently if I already write down my prayers in my regular journal? Because like my regular journal is just like a catch-all for everything. Sometimes I write prayers, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's just my thoughts on the day, like whatever. But I was like, this journal can maybe be more specifically for like specific categories of prayers, if that makes sense. So I'm thinking of doing it that way, but I don't know. I feel like it could also be cool to like respond to these Bible verses. I think I'm leaning towards the categories. I don't know. I'm new to this. I've never prayer journaled before. Like, well, I've again written my prayers, but I've never had a journal for prayers. There's like really not a right or wrong way to pray. So I'm like, I guess it's just whatever I want to make out of it. But if you guys have any like suggestions or tips or anything, if you are further along in your journey or if you just have more knowledge to share, please by all means comment it down below. Okay, so here's a better look at the journal. It is just so pretty. I love all the flowers. Kind of matches my shirt since I'm wearing a flower shirt. This is when you first open it. I'm gonna go ahead and write my name. Let's get a nice zoom in for this. You think I should write my name like in a similar font? Alright, well that's kind of ugly. The R there in Walker is a little rough, but that's okay. Okay, that actually didn't bleed through as bad as I thought it would. Normally I always do like a cover page, and I wasn't sure if I'd want to do like a cover page here because like I was worried about this bleed through, but it's not that bad. And also because of the verse here, I was like, it might be weird to do the cover page here with the verse above it since it's not a full blank page. So maybe I'll do a cover page here, and then because I'm wanting to do like categories of different prayers, I might do my categories here on this side. In true Carrie fashion, I'm just gonna go for it. We're gonna see what happens, and we're just gonna hope for the best. And at the end of the day, it doesn't need to be perfect. I'm also not even gonna sketch anything out. I'm just gonna go straight in with the pen. Alright, so that's what it looks like so far. It's definitely shifted down on the page, which stinks. So I think I might put like the Bible verse itself like up here instead of at the bottom because it would be really squished down here. Is that a thing though? Like, do people ever put it first? I feel like it's always at the end, you know? I don't really know. I don't know if that's a thing, but we're gonna do it. Alright, that doesn't look too bad. Now for the moment of truth, the bleed through. Oh wow, okay, that's like not bad. Like you definitely can see it, but it's like not the end of the world, you know? Especially look like that. I definitely want to add some color here because right now it's looking a little ugly. I have my little notepad here and I'm first just gonna write out some different categories, just like some ideas for what I want my little prayer categories to be. I feel like that's a pretty solid list. I don't know. I feel like I'm definitely going to be forgetting something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. That's pretty solid. I will probably maybe eventually add stuff too, but I think that's what I'm going to do for now. I'm wanting to assign a color to each of them. I've never been one to color code certain topics with things like in my journal or like moods or anything. So I'm like, to assign a color for one whole group is kind of like intimidating to me, just because I'm like, what if I need more categories? What if something changes? Or even like, what if I'm wanting to write about something that kind of like overlaps between multiple of these? Then like, what color do I use? But I'm really just trying to not be a perfectionist and not overthink it. But I need to choose the colors for what I want to use. And also like, which pens do I use? I'm going to use my bullet journal here, the one I just have like a bunch of random stuff in. And I'm actually going to use this page where I already have a bunch of swatches. And I'm just going to swatch some different colors that I'm thinking of using for the journal. I chose 10 different Pentel Energel colors here because I love the Energels. Those are the Energel colors, very pretty as always. I also want to swatch some of the Papermate Flare pens. These are actually, a lot of them swatched up here, but I have some additional colors in here that weren't swatched in this one, such as like this green color. There's definitely more than 10, but I was just going to swatch all of them and see which ones that I liked most as potential candidates. I definitely like the way that the Pentel Energel pens write more, but I really am feeling the colors right now of the Papermate Flare pens. I'd have to narrow them down to 10 though. I am so indecisive, but I think I'm maybe gonna do these ones. I don't know if I like these color assignments. It's so hard because I'm like trying to think of which ones I'll use the most and which colors are my favorite. And I like put like parents and siblings in like a similar color because I'm like, they're all my family. So I'm like, makes sense in my head to have them similar colors. And then like the ones that are like for me are both like pink. Now I'm gonna open up my prayer journal. Maybe I should use those colors to decorate this as well. Down all the different categories and their colors. If I'm being honest, so far it's looking kind of crazy in my opinion. Like it just is not very cohesive from page to page, but that's okay. This also up here just kind of like really throws off the page. I want to add color to this page. So this is what I ended up doing. I did like a little like vine with all the colored flowers. They were super easy. I just did polka dots and then did like a little like swirly on the ends of it to give like a little flower effect, I guess. Honestly, it looks pretty chaotic, but that's okay. So does my life. My life is pretty crazy. So I guess it's an accurate representation of that. If I could do it again, I would probably write my prayer journal in this same font and do like my and journal in the block letters and then prayer in like the cursive hand lettering letters, but that's okay. I think it looks pretty cute. And then I'll probably just start writing the prayers on probably this page. I'll start and leave this page blank in case I like wanna, I don't know, change up colors or add anything. Considering that there was no planning at all that went into it, I think it turned out pretty cute. And I'm excited to start using this. I really don't know how often I'll use it. Comment down below what you guys think would be best. I'm still gonna be using my daily journal and I'm still gonna be writing prayers in there. So this is just a way to help make me be more intentional about like praying for all things. I'm not gonna be praying for like all 10 of these categories, like writing down all of those things every single time I use this journal. Just kind of like whatever I'm feeling in the moment. And I'll be kind of mindful about cycling through all 10 of them at some point. My coffee is cold, but it still tastes so good. Thank you so much for watching though, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!